I'm going to score a goal with Steven Stamkos in every single NHL game. Starting in NHL 10, Steven Stamkos is starting at 83 overall. I know technically he probably isn't NHL 09, but with the game I'm using, I can't update the roster, so Steven Stamkos isn't in it. So we'll just have to start with NHL 10. In this first game, we're taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins, and this season, Steven Stamkos and Sidney Crosby were tied for most goals, so I think it's only right that they face off. I'm going to be 100% honest, I have never touched this game in my life, so I'm playing on rookie difficulty. I don't even know what half the controls are, so don't expect me to be good or score any elite goals. If the puck ends up in the net, we're counting it. This is a perfect example of me not knowing how to do anything. I didn't know how to do a spin move, I didn't know how to speed boost, I didn't know how to do anything. I barely knew how to shoot. The fact that I got this puck on net is a success to me. And when the first period came to an end, we're sitting at a 0-0 tie. Yeah, I haven't really figured the controls out yet. About halfway through the second period, I was figuring out what I was doing, and I'm going to send a rocket right past Marc-Andre Fleury, and Steven Stamkos has got his first goal. I mean, I definitely shouldn't be using the term rocket to describe this goal because it was very mid, but hey, it's a goal and we're counting it. Jumping into NHL 11, Steven Stamkos is up to an 88 overall, and last season he was pretty productive, 51 goals and 44 assists for 95 points. A great season from him. In this game, we're going to take on the Boston Bruins, seeing as they were the team that eliminated the Tampa Bay Lightning. So the one thing I noticed in this game were the graphics were a lot different, and the second thing was the controls were way different. So we're about 5 minutes into the first period. Steven Stamkos, he's getting a chance on net. Tuukka Rask is making the save. I'm going to skate around here trying to create some space. I don't even know how I go around all these defenders, but I'm making a move. He's going the wrong way. Steven Stamkos, he has an opening, and he's going to snipe it over his glove. Honestly, I don't even know if Tuukka Rask is actually in net. It might be Tim Thomas. I think it actually is Tim Thomas. I think I was calling him the wrong name this entire time. Jumping into NHL 12, Stamkos is up to a 91 overall. I mean, that's a pretty fair rating, seeing as he pod 45 goals and 46 assists from 91 points last season. Seeing as Stamkos is an elite goal scorer, I think it's only fair that he takes on another elite scorer, and we're going to take on the Washington Capitals and Alexander Ovechkin. So we're still pretty early into the game, and Stamkos is getting absolutely an elite chance. He's getting a one-timer, and he's going to snipe it into the back of the net. Only problem is Martin St. Louis picking up the goaltender interference call, but I don't think this was his fault. I think he got pushed into the goalie, and I think the refs are selling for us. But it doesn't matter. A couple minutes later, Stamkos is going to get the puck in the slot. He's going to get a one-timer off, and he's sniping it into the back of the net. Jumping into NHL 13, Stamkos is up to a 91 overall, 5 stars in shooting, 5 in puck skills, 5 in senses, 5 in skating, 4 in physical, and 4.5 in defense. And keep in mind, he is considered a sniper right now. That changes in the future. In this game, we're taking on the Montreal Canadiens because I actually got NHL 13 and 14 mixed up. In NHL 14, we should have played the Canadiens because they would have eliminated us in the playoffs. Doesn't really make a difference, but we're just playing them one game sooner. But before we get into this game, I'm trying to pass the Calgary Flames and YouTube subscribers, so if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on so you can be notified of when I upload. Right off the bat though, I feel like the colors in this game definitely aren't as vibrant. Like when we played the Boston Bruins, that yellow was popping. In this game, the red just kind of looks a bit dead. Alright, I'm not scoring on this goal, but I just got to highlight this save by Carey Price. Price is making the easy save, and then Martin St. Louis got a wide open net. Price is making one of the best saves I've ever seen in my life, and he's keeping this puck out of the net. Not gonna lie, that was elite. So here we go, 6 minutes left in the period. Stamkos, he's gonna deke the puck in between the defender's legs. He's gonna snipe this one, and he's going bar down. 1-0 Tampa Bay, and we're off to the next game. Jumping into NHL 14, Stamkos is up to a 92 overall, 5 stars in puck skills, shooting, and senses, 5 stars in skating, 4 in physical, and 4.5 in defense. So this dude's a jack of all trades right now. And since we took on Montreal in the last game, we're going to be taking on the Detroit Red Wings in this one. So whenever I'm in a position like this, I'm just going for the deflection. I'm going to win the face-off. I'm going to go deflect it, but I'm missing it. And Carlisle's picking up the goal. So we're going to try this again. We're on the power play. I'm winning the face-off back to Martin St. Louis, and Stamkos is jumping over the puck. My guy, I'm trying to go for a deflection here. And then I ended up having to reset in this game because Stamkos accidentally cross-checked somebody, and he ended up getting into a fight. And I didn't want to have to wait 5 minutes for him to go to the box, so we're just going to reset. And just 30 seconds into the game, Stamkos is getting the puck from St. Louis, and he's going to take a slap shot here, sniping it right past Jimmy Howard. But bro, what was that celly? That was absolutely awful. Like, what was that? So here we are in NHL 15. Steven Stamkos, franchise potential, 24 years old, 5 stars in puck skills, senses, shooting, 4.5 in defense, 5 in skating, 4 in physical, and we're finally on the PS4. We're done playing on the PS3. In NHL 15, we're going to be taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. Boy, was this a mistake. So the one thing I didn't realize about this game, if you go cross crease on any single shot attempt, it's going in the back of the net. In the first period, nothing special is happening. We're going into the intermission on a 1-1 tie. I guess using the term cross crease wasn't the best example, but anything that's a one-timer like this, that's going in the back of the net. It doesn't matter what the shot's like, those pucks are going in. So you might be wondering, how did we get here? 6-1. 6 one-timers. That's how we got here. But it doesn't matter. The score 7-1. Who cares? Stamkos is picking up. He's going for the big slap shot. He's whiffing on it, but he's going to keep control of the puck, and he's getting one past Corey Crawford. The score is 7-2, but who cares? We're off to the next game. Jumping into NHL 16, Steven Stamkos, he's a 93 overall, still considered a sniper. 5 stars in puck skills, senses, and shooting. 4.5 in defense, 5 in skating, 4 in physical. Honestly, I don't expect any of these attributes to really change from here on out. So I feel like it's time we take on a New York team, and we're going to take on the Islanders. Probably could have played the Rangers, but hey, it doesn't really matter. Now, Stamkos might not be picking up a goal here, but I just want to give him credit for this elite goalie screen. Like, this puck doesn't go in the net without him. Absolutely elite by Steven Stamkos. You know, he might not be picking up an assist there, but he should be. That goal doesn't happen without him. Okay, enough about the goals that don't really count for Steven Stamkos. He's picking the puck up, a little spin move here. He's creating some space in between the defenders, and he's going to get one past Thomas Greiss. I think Thomas Greiss is the goalie. Honestly, I have absolutely no clue. Yeah, I really hope it's Thomas Greiss. If not, it's definitely not Thomas Greiss. I have no clue who that is. Here we are in NHL 17, where Steven Stamkos is a 94 overall. His stats, we already know what they're looking like, so we don't really need to go over them. And in this game, we're taking on the team that lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Stanley Cup final, and that's the Nashville Predators. I would have taken Pittsburgh on again, but I don't really like playing the same team twice in one game. Although we are playing Montreal twice in this game, I think for pretty obvious reasons. Now I do want to say, with the games I've never played before, I did play on rookie, but as we get closer to NHL 23, I did increase the difficulty on these games. Also, I really want to show you guys this shot attempt. I don't know what I was doing here. I tried to go for a spin move backhand, but my god, that just did not work. But here goes Palat with the puck. Stamkos, he's hustling to get back. He's going to pick up a pass from him, and then he's going to send a shot right past Pecorine, and Tampa's on the board early. I guess not really early. I mean, there's 5 minutes left in the second period. Okay, we're on the board late in the game. I mean, who really cares? Jumping into NHL 18, Stamkos, he's dropping to a 92 overall, and the only reason for that was he was hurt last season. If he wasn't hurt, he would probably be a 95. So the fact that they dropped him 2 overalls because he was hurt, honestly, I think that's a bit disrespectful. Of course, in NHL 18, we got to take on the Vegas Golden Knights. It's their inaugural season, and we got to score a few goals on these boys. But once again, we got a problem with fighting. Stamkos is getting absolutely lit up. Sergachev's going to jump in to help him, but Stamkos is going to get into a fight of his own. We got 2 fights going on, and Tampa ended up losing both of these fights. Not going to lie, that's tough. But here we go. Stamkos, he's doing a bit of cherry picking. McNabb's going to try to poke that puck away from him, but he's going to regain control. He's going to do a little toe drag, and he's getting the puck past Marc-Andre Fleury. Nothing too special about that goal, so we'll move on to the next game. Jumping into NHL 19, Stamkos is up to a 91 overall. He's dropping once again. He's got franchise potential, but now he's considered a playmaker. Not really too sure why they're changing that up, but hey, I guess we'll roll with it. And I think it's only fitting that we take on the Columbus Blue Jackets. We all know why. So Stamkos is having an elite chance with 6 minutes left in the period, but instead of taking the easy goal, he's going to dish it to Yanni Gourde, and he's potting the goal. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I did attempt to shoot this, but some reason it just went for the pass instead. I guess the game said, yeah, you don't deserve this one. But halfway through the second, Stamkos is getting another attempt. He's going to go for the 1T, but JT Miller's going to pick up a deflection, and Stamkos is picking up his second assist of the game. I don't care about assist numbers, I need goals here. So here we go, less than 3 minutes left in the game. Stamkos is calling for the puck. He's going to get a shot off here, and I think this took a deflection off a defender's stick, because I don't understand how this goal beats Sergei Bobrovsky. Not going to lie, that was a weak goal, but hey, we'll take it. So here we are in NHL 20, and Steven Stamkos continues to drop an overall. He's down to a 90 now. Honestly, this is very disrespectful. Stamkos is putting up amazing numbers still. I don't understand why his overall is dropping. He's got 5 stars in puck skills, senses, and shooting still, 4 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. I guess his fighting skills dropped a bit, and his defense is still elite, so I don't really know why he's dropping an overall. So of course, this is the year that Tampa Bay won the Stanley Cup, and they defeated the Dallas Stars. So Stamkos, you gotta score a goal against Ben Bishop. So there's not too much time left in the second period. Stamkos is going for the wraparound, but Bishop's making the save. He's gonna set himself up in the slot, and he's gonna send a rocket top shelf over Bishop's glove. Not gonna lie, that was probably our best goal yet, but that's not saying much because we haven't scored any elite goals really. Jumping into NHL 21, Stamkos, he's still 90 overall, and his stats, they're looking fairly similar. So I think it's only fair that we have to score on Montreal twice in this video. Of course, they made that amazing cup run, but we're stopped by Tampa, so I think it's only fair that Stamkos scores against them. So I don't know what was wrong with the game, but it was glitch saying we had a delayed penalty. We're going to ignore the fact that I missed them down that breakaway, but Stamkos is going to pick it up behind the net. He's going to wrap around, and he's getting one past Price. So here we are in NHL 22. Stamkos, he's a 90 overall. The stats, they're looking fairly similar, and this is the first year with X Factors. He's got the zone ability 1T. Tampa was looking to repeat this season, but of course, we all know they were stopped by the Colorado Avalanche, so we're taking them on in this game. So this game was pretty back and forth, but Kucherov's going to poke the puck away from Devon Toews. He's dishing it over to Stamkos. Stamkos tries to go high glove side on Kemper, but he's making the stop, but he's going to pick up the rebound and he's scoring that one. So here we are, NHL 23, the current game. Stamkos a 90 overall, 5 stars in puck skills, senses, and shooting, 4 in defense, 5 in skating, and 3.5 in physical. And of course, he's still got that zone ability 1T. And I think it's only fair that we take on Tampa's biggest rival, and we're taking on the Florida Panthers. I honestly don't know if they're the biggest rival, but they're both in Florida together, so they can play each other. So here we go. Stamkos is skating up the middle of the ice. He's going to lose the puck. He's going to pick it up though, skate around the defender. He's going to try to create some space. I don't even know what happens here, but he's getting a shot off on Bobrovsky. The puck's bouncing around a bit. It's going to go off a defender and it's in the back of the net, but it doesn't matter. Steven Stamkos, I've scored with you in every single NHL game. Comment down below, who do you want to see next?